Ooh.
I run with the Bucks, boy.
You said what?
I said I run with the Bucks, boy. Let me be honest.
We back.
We back.
We're back.
2 new pieces of candy for the people.
Bubblegum cherries.
Bay flavor special.
Tiki punch sprinkles.
According to the streets, these are some of the hottest pieces in the streets right now. And you know I don't be fucking with what the streets say because I have my own mind. Yes. But we gonna see what this shit talking about. I actually smoked one of these and I'm not saying shit until that shit get around about once or twice. So I definitely want to start with this one first.
Let's do it.
Fire that thing up.
Let's do it.
You
research?
This was a prop.
Oh, yeah, that's for your research.
We about to see what Bay Flavors Bubblegum Cherry can produce any kind of information. A lot of these new weeds don't be producing much.
Should be too new. On top it has the Cali taste. A lot of flavor. A lot of shit been coming with a lot of flavor lately. They've been really stepping it up with this flavor shit. I remember before you couldn't get shit that was.
I'm gonna get into that in a second.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It's a good thing because here's my thing. There was a time, and I remember I could take y'all to it. This was when the Don Murph really first started hitting the streets, right? They had mad lemon weeds. Do you remember, like maybe 2 years ago, everything was lemon this, lemon that, Amarena de Limon, lemon everything, lemon pound cake. There was the lemon, I guess, was the popping ingredient.
So that's what you think all that's coming from?
I think once the lemons get played out, they could bring in the cherries. Once the cherries get played out, ultimately people want gassier shit that hits. So if you could achieve the fruity taste and the punch.
But everybody got it, not everybody, but it's a lot of fruity flavors coming out, like taste-wise. Pause. I'm pretty good. I ain't mad at it.
I don't like this shit.
Why?
Now I'm saying I don't like it. Not that it's a bad piece. I just don't like that it's very light to me.
But
we rolled a 1.2, you know. So we ain't compromised or be cheap with the weed. I hit a 1.2 and couldn't inhale the whole thing all the way on camera for y'all. So this is I mean, it's cool.
Like I said, they just got the flavor so far. They don't taste like no cheap shit though.
No. This guy's taste bud is getting real good, man. This nigga said this tastes everything like California weed. I could speak a whole sentence conversation and have the weed in my chest and then blow it out afterwards. That lets you know that, you know.
Light.
But it tastes nice.
Nah, it do.
This shit cute as hell.
That's some lady shit. That's for the ladies.
For the ladies and the raw paper smokers.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe even a bong hitter, if you into that shit. But it definitely got the flavor though. And it's got the cute packaging for women.
Bay Flavor's been on the come up though, man, but sometimes it's like a hit or miss with the Bay Flavors.
Now who's Samuel Jackson?
That I don't know. I know Bay Flavors, they came with the tropical cherries, the lemon, they got a lemon cherry gelato that's pretty good. They had a few pieces come out this year.
Well, maybe, I don't know, Samuel Jackson is the farm, no, because Bay Flavors would be the farm. Maybe this is a collab or something.
Those Instagrams.
I guess it's a play on words of Samuel Jackson, but he did Samuel Jackson. That's his ad.
I'm gonna find this cat.
That's a nice little name, Samuel Jackson. Jackson. Jackson Jackson. That might be my shit. Jackson Jackson.
I don't know. Did I spell the shit right?
Nigga probably went underground. Shit probably was getting hot.
Yeah, that shit ain't popping up.
At all. Might be on Twitter. I don't know. We tried.
Yeah, we tried, y'all. Yeah, that's an ad. I thought it was an Instagram picture.
But what the fuck is he at? Twitter? I guess it's the Twitter.
At Google me. That's how you giving it up. But
It's alright.
Yeah, man.
I put it to you like this. It's a 10 on the flavor.
Y'all
on
got
the
it.
flavor though. Just the flavor. It's a 10 on the flavor. Overall number though, I might keep that in the 7.
I'll probably keep it in the 7.
A high 7 just for the flavor.
It's funny, as soon as I hit this shit, I said, oh, after the show's done, we gonna smoke this, and I'm gonna tuck that.
I don't know, maybe a 7.6.
It's making my nose sweat. It just has a light, nice,
It don't hit hard. It just tastes good.
airy type of blowout.
Mm-hmm. And you can tell it's not dirt or cheap weed because it's a clean smoke. It's just not, you know.
I'll give it a 7-8.
7.8.
Only because I feel there's a few things that we have probably smoked that might have been a little worse than this.
But it was the first at that time, so maybe that's why we rated it a little higher.
Yeah. But everything,
Because this,
it ain't much that's a first to me.
I'm saying as far as flavor and punch wise, the sweat on the nose. Like if you never tasted nothing like this and you smoke this for the first time, you might say this is it because you never tasted anything that tasted like this. So you might get hyped. Like we might have got hyped on some shit in the past. Is what I'm saying. But I don't know. What you gave? I gave it. You gave it 7.7.
7-8.
What do you got?
7-8.
Oh, 7.8. Nah, fuck it. 7.8. I'll go with that.
Cause
I would smoke it again, but I wouldn't pick it over. I probably wouldn't pick. It's not. I don't know what I would pick it over.
Do you think this is $80 weed?
I wouldn't want to spend 80 on it. I could get a fucking 40 piece. That's smoking better than that.
Well,
For your girl, I get my girl that shit for, she want a nice, clean,
here's the
flavorful
thing.
weed.
I've been smoking a few 40s this past week, and this shit is smoking way better than. This is the grade on this. This is a top level weed, but it just don't hit. Like
No,
that.
because that's what I was gonna say. Because I smoked the 40 of the fucking Docilado, and that tastes 10 times better than that shit. But that shit was hidden. Like, that shit was
It seems
Docilado
like,
was hidden.
like I got a 40 right here. This shit will get you high, man. But it tastes like crap, But that shit do the trick,
but
man.
that's what
Don't
I
smoke
said.
this in the morning. You gonna go back to sleep.
Yeah, but that's why I said you could taste the quality and then you could taste it's a clean smoke.
Yes.
But would I spend 80? No.
This is a good 60. This is a good 60 piece.
Yeah.
You know, this is, yeah, it's a good 60 piece. I ain't completely mad I spent 75 on it, but would I buy it again? I don't think I would buy that again because I come from an era where weed ain't supposed to be all sweet.
That's what I'm
And,
saying.
you know,
Everything is there. That's what I was asking you. Like, where's all this? Is that a good thing? Is it a bad thing? This shit is coming out. Like, everything got this shit now.
Mm-hmm. We
Which I
also
didn't
got
like.
we got to keep in mind though. It's the cherries. The
Yeah,
cherries
yeah.
what's lit right now.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Everything got cherry. This cherry milkshake, cherry.
But is
gelato.
that what that is though? That taste, that California taste. You think that's the cherry? That
No,
that's not the
it's
cherry.
not the cherries, but
The cherry is in right now. I got what you're saying. So this shit kind of hitting now though.
the cherry is definitely in on all across the board. Everybody has their take on something cherry.
I will say as the blunt is going, it's hitting a lot stronger. It's hitting a lot better.
Does it taste
And my
like
bud-
a gelato though? Does it taste like it's a gelato in it?
I don't taste that, but it could be light.
I think the bubblegum aspect might be a gelato.
It's good though. Now it's hitting now.
Yeah, 7, 8 for the piece.
Yeah, I give it a 7-8. And the buzz is starting to kick in. So it's alright. Samuel Jackson, where are you? Jackson. Samuel Jackson, where you at?
Ain't nowhere to be found, man. This piece.
What you got here, though, man? You be fronting on the brother. You be fronting on the hometown hero. He don't. I don't know. He be hating on Brooklyn Flower Power. On the high key, he be hating, but low key, he be loving these niggas.
That's the family.
Cushmans. These niggas deserve an alarm occasionally. You gotta remember, this nigga fronting. But before it was all this shit, we was smoking this shit. And we had to rely on Brooklyn Flower Power for the new flavors. So you can never front.
But you gotta remember,
Check them shits on the way back. I got a feeling my shit that died.
yours ain't got it on this one.
Nah, everything's still going. Everything lit.
I think I might have this damn sweater on. Might be getting a little hot. Hot and high.
Oh yeah, but back to what we were saying, Brooklyn Flower Power, before we had options and before everybody had a menu, we was really fucking with Brooklyn Flower Power heavy at one point. We was getting
He
a lot
had
of
the menu.
Yeah, he had it.
Nigga would have 10 different flavors.
I'm talking about all these fancy menus these niggas be sending out, gumbo this and Zaza that shit.
But yo, you gotta remember, my daughter's 8. We was fucking with Flower Power for the first 4 years of her life. You know what I'm saying? Then the commercial,
floods, the floodgates open.
Then that shit came through.
And he got drowned out from all the.
Do you know how many old bags I still collect? I collect bags of reefer. One day, you know, my child ain't gonna never be able to say he smoked more reefer than me. So I just keep shit. I'm gonna make a collage one day, some kind of art. I'm gonna get real artsy with my bag and shit. But yeah, man, I got bags, 8 years old. Designs, like, I ain't gonna lie. Brooklyn Flower Power is the pioneer to this shit. he saw this shit coming down the pipeline. Ben branded himself. Ben had stickers on his Mylar, you know. But he didn't have Mylar. He had the plastic,
I ain't going.
smelly proof. But
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie though. Your bottle collection. You got a mean bottle collection.
oh shit, that spans longer than that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I brought that up. You put that shit on display, nigga, they might come.
And do you know that is that's like the third?
A collection?
Yeah,
I can imagine.
I had a collection at each of my little apartments. My Queens one, upstairs, over here, Eagle Buildings.
Pints.
Shout out to one of the brothers on what's the name, man. He got me off that shit. He said it ain't cool collecting bottles. Made me start throwing my shits away.
Now, imagine if you would have had that shit though. A fucking. You had a nice little thing though. You could probably fill up a little garbage bag, a little Santa sack.
Like that thing right there. That thing started. Finish this piece off. It got a little better at the end. I'm glad I ain't give it nothing less than that. That blood might make me come out with a damn sweater though. This what we about to smoke now. This is the sprinkles. I find myself having to humble myself more so than not these days, especially fucking with this weed, because a person, I ain't gonna say a person, a brand could come out with some weed and it could be garbage it might be garbage for the first year or two. And then however you meet the proper connections, you get in, you link up with the right people and your plant gets good. This is the curious case of what we call sprinkles. I ain't gonna lie, I gave this
shit good.
I gave this brand absolutely no respect because number one, when they first came out, they came out with 20 flavors. Now you come out with 20 flavors, peanut butter is smelling like a piece of fucking Nestle. You know what I'm saying? The apple was smelling like a piece of Jolly Rancher. Like, why is the weed smelling so artificial, 3 years past that, these niggas is in the dispensary now. So it's like, I got to try what, apparently what's in the dispensaries now.
I tell you what.
Because if they made it, Lord knows, man. These niggas made it, man.
I tell you what. This shit smoking better than that shit. You need to sprinkle some of that shit on that shit. That shit right there. Yeah, that's it.
Hey, man. This is a nice piece right here.
That's it.
I brought this piece on Tuesday night, right? So we could film on Wednesday, right? Started smoking and shit, and I fucked our Wednesday plans up. But in that, I lit this up, because this was one of the pieces we was gonna film on Wednesday. Lit this shit up and smoked the whole eighth right then and there on the spot, because it was good. And I was so pleasantly surprised, like, this shit is smooth on the inhale, gives you a nice, pleasant punch on the blowout. And it's flavorful. It's not over flavorful, but it's like, it's kind of just right. It's almost hard to describe, except this is a good piece.
Yeah. That's it. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna rate that. I gotta smoke that one time. That shit good.
You got to put this with that other shit you gave the top.
Yeah, that shit right there.
It's like I ain't gonna say it's the same, but they doing the same
Yeah,
shit.
doing the same shit.
It's smooth with a punch. Like if that's what, if this is what y'all coming with in 2021,
it's gonna be a fucking good year, 2022.
listen, man, I'm gonna start fucking with these shits, man. I like the smooth, but strong. I don't like more smooth than strength. You know, that shit gotta at least be 60-40. Strength to smoothness, you know?
Yeah, that shit right there, though. That's it.
I was gonna hit that shit again. I hit that shit too hard the first time. I was like, nah, let me pass this. Yep.
It's a difference.
That shit done did it.
And it's a difference. I was gonna tell you, you gonna come out that jacket.
That shit done did it. Ooh. I never had to come out of my garments now.
Yeah. This is one of them ones where you just be like, I don't even want to film this shit no more. Like, cut this shit off. I just want to smoke and watch the fucking play the PlayStation or
Party
something.
done.
Yeah, like, I don't even want to talk to you niggas no more. Like, y'all niggas blowing my high right now. Honestly. Shit.
Yo, too many weeds for a good year. Too many weeds was coming around like this.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens is, in my particular case, I gravitate to shit like gushers. I need a weed that's just gonna hit hard. I'm not even too much worried about the taste. Well, thank goodness, niggas is thinking of shit now, you know. Maybe they thought of me with this piece, man, because
Shit.
it's what the game been missing, man. The game been missing a tasty, strong
Shit.
piece.
Yeah, that's a niner. It's in the nines. Shit.
I was at a preliminary 9-3.
That's what you giving it, a 9-3?
I was on set the bar at a 9-3 with this.
Nah, man.
Hey, you wanna know what's crazy though? This particular sprinkle, Tiki Punch, is one of the better sprinkles out right now. I only tried one other, but my man recommended these two because he know how I like to smoke. He said the other ones were a little on the fruity side. Handed me this one and the other one. I smoked the other one, it was all right, but this one in particular, I had to get today for the video.
I don't know. I gotta hit one. I gotta smoke again. And then I tell you what I think
Shit
it is.
turning into pressure now.
Shit been that day. Oh man.
And you see, it ain't the prettiest bag.
The bag almost look bootleg.
It ain't the prettiest bag.
The shit look boot.
But you don't need all that shit when you got the right product in it. Woo. This plate gotta cost more than that plate.
This shit got bells and whistles. Theatrics. You know? All the flavor and shit. Feeding the fucking plant molasses and shit.
Smoking sugar.
This thing right here. I don't know, man.
That's 9 tray right there.
I'm gonna have to get this shit now. I might give it 9.5. Man. Fuck it.
Oh yeah?
Maybe 9.5, man.
The workman's hours?
Yeah, 9 to 5. It's an honest man, honest job. It's honest work.
I've got to concur, man. 9-5. Hey man, y'all go out there and get y'all some tiki punch, man.
Blue collar shit.
Get you some tiki punch. You ain't gonna be disappointed.
God damn. This shit make me want to go to the tiki spot. This shit fire. It's the tiki torch right here. Shit.
Piece is it, man. We got the 9-5. We got the 7-8. Something for everybody, you know.
Man, get these niggas out of here, man. Go. Get you some of this shit, man. Go. Go down, get you some. Get it. That shit fire, man.
Concur.